Hey, my name is Jamison. I am a touring front of house engineer and the vocalist for Brace Yourself, and today I'm going to show you our in-ear rack system. So yeah, with this in-ear rack system, it is a 12U rack case and it houses everything. This is like one band, one rack case that we bring up on stage, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Everything is wireless, and it's really nice to have that just because when you're on stage, you don't want to waste any time plugging in cables and going back and forth, and that's one of the biggest reasons why we built this. From the top down, this is the brain of it. This is our MacBook. We run everything through Logic, and once I press the spacebar, the show's going. So this runs all of our MIDI switches for the quad Cortexes and runs our tracks as well as our click track and cues, so we're able to hear everything and just play the show without worrying what's the next song, what's going to be happening next in our set, how are we going to change our rhythm tone to our clean tone. Once I press play, it just goes. So going down to the quad Cortex, we have two of them. And this is the top one runs our lead guitar, this one runs our rhythm and our bass. And once this is playing, it switches everything on here, so we don't have to touch anything. We don't have to worry about our tuning. Well, of course we'll have to tune, but we don't have to worry about if the song's in drop B or drop C. This will automatically change it for us, so we can just have one guitar on stage and have a backup that's tuned exactly the same. Sorry to interrupt, but today's sponsor of this video is brought to you by Sweetwater. Most of the gear I did buy myself through their website, and all the gear you see in this video will be provided with a wishlist link and affiliate links below that you can add to your cart all at once or one at a time. And yes, this truly does help the channel. Also in the description, you will see a PDF file that you can download of my band's tech writer, and I send that out to venues. So if you're wanting one of these yourself, or you want to have me help you build an IEM, feel free to contact me. I do these builds for other artists and bands. Now let's get back into the video. How we connect all of our guitars and bass and mics to this unit is we have wireless units, and these are the Sennheiser's EWD, which is a digital signal instead of a normal radio frequency, which there is a nice app to connect all of these now via Bluetooth, and you're able to find all your channels on here, and it's with a click of a button within 10 seconds you're able to find all new frequencies and just roll up on the show and play. We have one for a guitar, rhythm guitar, and then bass, and then a vocal mic, and then the other two vocals are wired into the back of this unit. Going down, we have the splitter, which this combines all of our antennas and all the power to one unit, and these are the antennas that run the bass, guitars, and vocals. Going next to that, we have our Focusrite, which is nice because this is not meant to be rack mounted. We jerry-rigged it in here just because it fits perfectly with the Sennheisers as well as everything else. It just looks really clean. This runs our tracks as well as our click track, and with the click track, it doesn't go to front of house, it goes just to our ears. So they just get a nice left-right mix, stereo mix that we hear in our ears for the tracks as well as click. Going down to this, we have 3 IEMs and then our antenna combiner, and these IEMs are mono mixes. So with our mono mixes, we're hearing everything in both ears, but we don't have panning, and we don't really need it since we are a pretty simple band with what we like. Going down to the next thing, we have our second brain, I would say. This is the PreSonus 16R, and this runs our tracks, this runs all the vocals, drums, guitars. It all goes into this one unit, and we can mix in our ears what each person wants to hear. So we have an app on our phone, which you can see right here. This is just a demo mix, but I can just level it on my phone during the show, and we're able to have our own personalized mix each night that we perform. Going down to this, we have our splitters. There are 2 of them, and we made custom cables to hook up to these. These are the RS8 three-way splitters, and the reason why I got them is so I was able to make those custom cables and not go from the back to the front and just have a spaghetti noodle mess. And we're able to have all of our vocals, drums, guitars, and bass and tracks all run into here, into our PreSonus, so then we can mix it and it doesn't affect front of house. It's all split, so they can change the gain on their end and I can change the gain on my end, and it doesn't affect either party. And that's basically how we run the in-ear setup. It's really simple. You just roll this up on stage and it's a plug and play. Once you build it all together, it's definitely a huge investment, but totally worth it to just have one unit that runs one band, and you don't need to run like a bunch of cabs, a bunch of different units, and have multiple failures. This is just one thing that will make it easy for any band. And that's basically it. This is our in-ear rack system. I'm Jamison, and thanks for watching.